Family, what's going on? It's Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube following Coach Kalen DeBoer's press conference on Monday. Now, Coach Kalen DeBoer did provide a lengthy injury update following the game against Missouri. There was a couple guys going into that Missouri game that we didn't know what the injuries were, so Coach Kalen DeBoer cleared that up on Monday. And he started with Jalen Hill, and he said that he's sick. We heard that he was sick a couple weeks ago, but he said that he was sick against Missouri. Now, Jalen Mbakwe, he did mention that he had a hand injury, and being that he is a wide receiver, that is going to limit his participation. But he did say this about Jalen Mbakwe, that he can use Jalen in other areas. I thought that was kind of interesting. Does that, like, reading into it, does that mean maybe on the defensive side? I mean, put a club on him? I don't know. Probably not, so don't freak out there. Jam Miller suffered a concussion. He's on concussion protocol, as is Derek Meadows. Each of those guys suffered a vicious hit from Missouri last week. And then on Caden Jones, who's an inside linebacker here at the University of Alabama, he also was out, and he had ankle surgery. So he's going to be out for some time. Now, regarding Alabama's Player of the Week, which is Ty Simpson, not only Alabama's, but the SEC Player of the Week, Ty Simpson put up some fantastic numbers. This is the second time that he's earned SEC Player of the Week honors, leading Alabama to a victory over another top 25 opponent in Columbia, 27-24, 23 of 31, 200 yards passing through the air and 3 touchdowns. Now, I was thinking about it, and I put a graphic up. Carson Beck and Ty Simpson right now, kind of the front runners in terms of the Heisman. I think Carson Beck's at 320, Ty's at 350 or whatever. Carson Beck in 5 games, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Ty Simpson for Alabama in 6 games against tougher competition in my mind, 16 passing touchdowns and just 1 interception. So Ty Simpson playing absolutely lights out. Now, regarding Jam Miller at the Alabama running back position, you can clearly see right here that the addition of Jam Miller has been very positive for Alabama's offense. I feel that he's taken Alabama's offense to another level, right? You look at the production, right? I think I can go full screen and show you on here. 16 carries against Georgia. I thought he did a great job against Georgia, to be honest. 16 for 46. Against Vanderbilt, 22 for 136. That's a lot of volume, to be honest. And then against Missouri, good volume, 20 for 85 yards. And then he obviously went out with the concussion. So I don't know his status update going into Saturday. Can you come back from concussion protocol? I think with concussion, clearly it's serious. They're going to watch this. So we'll keep you posted in terms of the status for Jam Miller. Now, with Alabama's running back room, and as you continue to see, this is a room that has a lot of variety, and these stats need to be updated, by the way. But Jam Miller, he's an all-purpose back. I talk about that, and he's really elevated Alabama's offense, not only from a running back perspective, but in pass blocking too. Richard Young, we haven't seen too much about him, but the guys that really stood out so far and stood up has been Kevin Riley. This guy plays big. He's a redshirt freshman, kind of lightning in a bottle. And then they had a lot of positive things to say, Ryan Grubb and Coach Kalen DeBoer, about Daniel Hill today. This is a guy who's 250 pounds. He's built for a 3rd and 4. He's built for the red zone. So seeing him catch a touchdown pass, I thought was really satisfying. This is a guy that the coaches are really excited about. In fact, Ryan Grubb said coming out of spring, there was, from the running back room, there was no player that they were more optimistic about other than Daniel Hill. So really good update right there. Now, kind of switching to the defensive side, Coach Kane Wommack was asked about Domani Jackson, not particularly about that play that I'm sure you saw went viral. If you missed this somehow, it was on the opening series of the game. It was a touchdown pass to the tight end, and Domani Jackson basically passes someone off who he thought it was a safety. There was no one there, and then when the tight end came, he literally stepped out of the way. It was wild. I mean, it went viral. So in that game, Dijon Lee played almost double the reps at corner compared to Domani Jackson. So this could be something to watch going forward. We look at the Pro Football Focus numbers, and Domani Jackson, unfortunately, has kind of been trending the opposite way, and that's just the truth. So you have a freshman right here who's 6'4", who's came in, and he's playing at a very high level. So defensive coordinator Kane Wommack said this today. Dijon certainly is on a very good trajectory to continue to play more and more. So you look at the freshmen that are playing, whether it be Dijon Lee, Lazier Brooks, Michael Carroll, who we'll talk about next. Like, the freshmen here are elite, and they are playing this year. So you're probably going to see more of these guys start to earn more playing time as we go forward. So something to track right there in terms of your corner position. You also have Keon Keeley, who got some kudos from the coaches, and I love to see it because he played in 14 snaps against Missouri, had a quarterback hurry, and 2 tackles. This guy is quality, and we've waited a long time to see Keon Keeley get on the field. Same thing kind of, honestly, with Yanzi Pierre. So Yanzi Pierre, 42 and 31, these guys came in, I believe, at the right class, same class, 5 stars. It's taken a while for these guys to get to this point in time, but I absolutely love it. Could I get a thumbs up for 31 and 42 inside the comment box? I thought Keon Keeley looked fantastic. And look, LT Overton is playing at such a high level, but when he moves forward onto the NFL, Keon Keeley, and I can only imagine how good he's going to be next year, but he certainly is ripe to play right now. The guy is outstanding, plays fast, and love to see it. Same thing with Yanzi, who had 2 forced fumbles, by the way. Coach Ryan Grubb, the offensive coordinator, was asked specifically about the offensive tackles and what we have going on right here between Michael Carroll and Wilkin Formby. And Ryan Grubb, was straightforward. He said, look, we want to see more consistency from these guys. Now, I looked at the Pro Football Focus numbers this morning. Actually, Wilkin Formby, believe it or not, had a better grade than Michael Carroll. And I know you're like, well, he allowed, the sacks. I know, but the grades are the grades. I personally would like to see Michael Carroll get more opportunities here, but plain and simple, whether it's Carroll, whether it's Wilkin Formby, somebody else, we need to see consistency at that particular position because I feel Alabama's offense is really starting to find a really good rhythm, right? Quarterback's on fire, wide receivers doing their thing, running back with Jam is healthy. He's kind of taking him up. The only thing is like that right side. So if they can fix that, going forward, especially into this back-end stretch, Alabama will be better for it, whether it's Carroll or Formby. I want to hear from you. Do you feel who do you want to start at right tackle? Let's start there. Wilkin or Michael Carroll? Alabama, as you know, turns the page to the 3rd weekend in October and 6:30 start. I mean, this is what you come to Alabama for. This is another top 25 team coming in to Bryant-Denny Stadium. You played 4 consecutive top 25 teams. The SEC is a gauntlet. Tennessee, Joey Aguilar, the number 4 offense in the country, right? Last week, based off the stats, I think Missouri was the number 4 ranked offense in the country. Joey Aguilar presents a lot. And really, this team should probably feel that they should be 6-0 coming to Bryant-Denny Stadium, right? I think when you look to the game between Tennessee and Georgia, it came down to that missed field goal that Tennessee had, and then Georgia wins in overtime. But Tennessee jumped up on Georgia in that game. I think it was 21-7. This team has beaten Alabama the last 2 out of 3 times. Josh Heupel's doing a really good job. This team will present issues, and once again, this is a quality opponent coming in. On the flip side, for Alabama, riding a 15-game home streak, I believe they share it with Boise State, the longest home winning streak in the country. So Bryant-Denny has to absolutely bring it. Coach Kalen DeBoer emphasized that this morning. Hey, fam, as news comes in, I got you covered. I appreciate you guys being here. As the injury reports and we learn more about what's going on starting Wednesday with the student availability reports, we'll bring that to you right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for kicking it with me right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Thank you.